Hello everyone, today we're going to be building a high-end gaming PC with the new RTX 5080. So without further ado, let's get into it. Now the Antec Flux Pro case is a full tower case with 6 included fans, 3 120s in the front, 2 120s on the bottom, 1 120 on the back. These are also reverse blades to keep the aesthetic nice and clean. And look at this lovely wood accenting on the front. And the case even comes with a little LCD display which we can use to display our CPU and GPU temps and usage. Go ahead and put our motherboard 24 pin, 2 CPU 8 pins, a 12 volt GPU pin power connector and a SATA connector into this power supply. And these also very nice new braided cables. As you can see in the bottom of our case, we can actually mount our PSU with the connectors facing the outside here because of this handy little connector. So let's go ahead and stick it in. Now we have the PSU mounted in place and we have our connectors all on this side for easy access and cable management. And then the side mesh panel will just come on, slip in like that, cable down in there, like so. Okay, next up I'm going to prepare our motherboard to put our Arctic Liquid Freezer 3 cooler on, and of course our Ryzen 7 9800X3D CPU right in here. Okay, let's get this CPU in. We'll line up the arrows on the top left corner. Make sure it's seated nicely, give it a little wiggle. I missed. And there we have it. Okay, now I've started with placing the mounting brackets already on the AIO block. I just found that much easier than trying to screw them in while they're on the motherboard. So let's take off our protective film. And then we'll get some thermal paste on here and stick this bad boy on. Put on a nice big blob right in the center. And that should do us. Now, as you can see here, I have just realized I put these brackets on the wrong way, so let's go ahead and flip them. I actually had these brackets on the wrong way a second time, so I flipped them and then screwed this back in. Now, I find that's not the conventional way to do it. Normally, you'd screw these brackets onto the board first and then tighten this pump onto the brackets. But I find if you put the brackets onto the pump, it's way easier and less fiddly to just screw them into the motherboard after. Just a quick tip there. And now we can go ahead, take off that, and stick on there. Okay, now I'll go ahead and remove plastic film on the SSD heatsink and stick our Kingston KC3000 in here. We'll also get the plastic film off of this heatsink. We'll get our RAM sticks slotted in. Now let's get this motherboard into here. Now we have the motherboard securely placed in the case. We will get this massive 420mm AIO secured onto the top, and all of the connectors, like the CPU connectors in here, all up. Now that we have the CPU pins connected and the cooler RGB header and pump header connected, we can go ahead and stick this AIO on the top. Now that the radiator is securely in place, we can go ahead and connect all of our other motherboard connections and all of our front panel connections and fix up this cable management. And here you can see the cable management in the back, all nicely done. And now for the final part of the build, let's get this Inno3D RTX 5080 into the system. There we go. Now let's screw it in and power it up. And there we have everything installed and plugged in. If you want a new top-end gaming PC, then head on over to our website buckpcs.com.au and check out the range or submit a custom PC form today.